Good day, this is Mr. Case, and this is 25.1D. 25.1D. We're going to continue on our Industrial Revolution in England by looking at improvements in transportation. That's going to be important when people are going to be making stuff in factories. How do they get the stuff to and from the factories? Well, progress in the textile or cloth industry spurred other industrial improvements. Progress in the textile industry spurred other industrial improvements. Give an example here. James Watt was a Scotsman. He invented the steam engine. It was a cheap, efficient way of transportation. A cheap, efficient way of transportation. He was definitely an entrepreneur. Well, what's an entrepreneur? We saw in the last section or two what that was. It's a person who organizes, manages, and takes risks to make a product. A person who organizes, manages, and takes risks to make a product, and therefore make a profit. Makes a product, hopefully to make a profit. And Watt's steam engine was a cheap way of transporting things. Robert Fulton is associated with using a steam engine for powering a boat. He used a steam engine to power a boat. His boat was called the Clermont, C-L-E-R-M-O-N-T, and it demonstrated that it was very efficient and cheap to have people travel up and down rivers and on the seas with a steamboat. His boat was known as the Clermont. In England, canals improved transportation. They improved transportation in industry. Improved transportation in industry. It also cut costs of transporting materials. That's water transportation. How about road transportation? Well, John McAdam is known for road surfacing. Maybe you know what macadam is. Macadam is ground up tar and stones that are pressed flat. So a macadamized road is courtesy of the Scotsman John McAdam. Turnpikes come into being. What are turnpikes? Well, turnpikes are roads that are privately run and you pay a toll to get there. So what's an advantage of a turnpike? Well, easier travel, and they were roads operated for profit. Well, we've got water and road transportation. Now the railroad age begins. A steam engine on wheels, the locomotive, L-O-C-O-M-O-T-I-V-E. It drove English industry after 1820. Steam engine on wheels, called the locomotive, drove English industry after 1820. George Stephenson built mine engines for the iron ore mines and the coal mines. He built mine engines for business. And he also built the first railroad line. George Stephenson built mine engines for business and built the first railroad line. Now, the Liverpool to Manchester Railroad. The name of the engine was called the Rocket. It hauled a 13-ton load at an amazing speed of 24 miles an hour. It doesn't seem like a lot, but you're talking about a lot of weight it's pulling. 13-ton load at an amazing speed of 24 miles an hour. That is impressive. The railway opened officially in 1830, and it was a huge success. Not only did they take iron ore, but they also took passengers. So the railroad is going to revolutionize life in Britain. Number one, it is cheap transport of goods. Number two, railroads created jobs. Number three, there was a boost to the agriculture and fishing industry. And then finally, country folk could move to the cities. Country folk, like farmers, could move to the cities and work in factories. Well, that's it for 25.1D. This is Mr. K's, and I'm tired of talking, and you're probably tired of listening. Nah, that can't be. See you down the road.